A protest ends in silence. In Tehran, a detainee is executed after confessions, while rights groups warn of torture and ill treatment. Trials move fast, questions move slower. As crackdowns deepen, one question lingers. Was this justice delivered, or a message sent? Iran has reportedly executed a man accused of involvement in an attack on a military site during January's nationwide protests, in a move that is drawing renewed scrutiny from human rights groups. According to the judiciary's news outlet, Mizan, Amirhossein Hatami was executed on April 2nd, after the Supreme Court of Iran upheld his death sentence. Authorities said he was convicted of entering a restricted military site in Tehran, damaging the facility and attempting to seize weapons and ammunition. The judiciary stated that Hatami admitted to the charges during interrogation and that his conviction was based on confessions and investigative reports. However, rights organizations have challenged the case. Amnesty International had earlier identified Hatami among detainees at risk of execution.
Amirhossein Hatami was among 11 men said to have been at imminent risk of execution and who had been subjected to torture and other ill treatment in detention.
The case is linked to unrest on January 8th at the 185 Mahmoud Kaveh Basij base in Tehran during a wave of anti-government protests. Iranian authorities say Hatami and others were involved in setting fire to the site. The other detainees named in the report were Mohammad Amin Biglari, Shahin Vahid Parast, Abul Fazl Salehi, and Ali Fahim. Iran's judiciary also announced that other political prisoners, including Puya Gobadi Bistuni and Babak Alipour, were executed earlier this week, along with Akbar, Shahrokh, Daneshvarkar, and Mohammad Tagavi Sangdehi. Two additional prisoners, Vahid Baniamrian and Abolhassan Montazer, had been sentenced to death in December 2024. But alternative accounts reported by Iran International suggest a different sequence of events, with witnesses claiming protesters were forced into the building by unidentified armed individuals before the fire broke out. Family members and eyewitnesses also said detainees were trapped inside as smoke filled the building, raising questions about their role in the incident. Hatami was among a group of young detainees aged between 19 and 25 whose trials were concluded within weeks of their arrest with limited access to legal counsel. His case was heard at Branch 15 of Tehran's Revolutionary Court, presided over by Judge Abul Qassem Salavati. The execution comes amid a broader pattern. Iranian authorities have carried out multiple executions linked to the January protests in recent weeks, including individuals accused of killing police officers. Rights groups warn the pace of executions is accelerating under heightened security conditions and restricted internet access, increasing risks for detainees. They argue that the use of capital punishment in politically sensitive cases, particularly where allegations of forced confessions and limited due process exist, raises serious concerns under international law. As Iran moves to enforce sentences tied to the January unrest, the growing number of executions is intensifying international scrutiny, placing the country's judicial processes and human rights record firmly under the global spotlight. Iran's judiciary has issued a stark warning of zero leniency for those linked to the January unrest, as authorities accelerate executions and tighten internal security amid ongoing conflict. According to statements reported Monday, March 2026, by judiciary officials, multiple protest-related cases have reached final verdicts, with punishments already being enforced.
The cases of enemy terrorist elements and the January unrest protesters have been reviewed. Some of these cases have resulted in final verdicts and are being carried out, and several have been implemented in recent days, with further information to be announced.
Khalili further warned that no clemency would be granted, signaling a hardline approach toward those accused of collaborating with foreign adversaries. The crackdown has already resulted in executions. On March 19th, 3 protesters, Mehdi Ghassemi, Saleh Mohammadi, and Saeed Davoudi, were executed in Qom after being accused of killing 2 police officers, according to the judiciary-linked Mizan news agency. Authorities also alleged links to Israel and the United States. A day earlier, Swedish-Iranian dual national Kourosh Kivani was executed on espionage charges. Sweden's Foreign Minister Maria Malmer Stenergard criticized the process, saying it fell short of due process standards. The repression extends beyond executions. Iran has been under a nationwide internet blackout for over 3 weeks, according to NetBlocks, severely restricting public access to information. Documents reviewed by Iran International indicate that more than 36,500 people were killed during a 2-day crackdown on January 8-9, potentially marking one of the deadliest suppressions of protests in modern history. Additional reports allege extrajudicial killings, including detainees shot while receiving medical treatment. Amid the crackdown, a separate case has drawn international attention. British national Craig Foreman, detained in Tehran's Evin prison, has issued a direct appeal to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
My name is Craig Foreman. We are both currently serving 14 months into a 10-year prison sentence for crimes that were never committed.
Craig Foreman, voice message from Evin Prison, March 2026. His words reflect Foreman's claim of wrongful conviction and denial of the espionage charges against him and his wife.
We are proud to be British, but by now we feel let down, alone, and completely frustrated by the lack of public defense. You know we are innocent. Go public with the information you have to clearly step up, step out of the shadows and help us. We are now in a prison in a war zone. We have gone from a challenging situation to a life-threatening situation. Our lives are constantly at risk.
The UK government has previously called the couple's sentence totally unjustifiable, while rights groups continue to accuse Tehran of using foreign detainees as leverage, claims Iran denies. As executions continue and dissent is crushed, Iran's internal crackdown is intensifying alongside its external conflict.
بازدارندگی اقدامات کسانی که این اغتشاشات رو به بار آوردن، این خسارت‌ها رو به بار آوردن، این افراد رو شهید کردن، چه اونی که دعوت کرد و فراخوان داد، چه اونی که پشتیبانی کرد، پشتیبانی مالی کرد، پشتیبانی تبلیغاتی کرد، پشتیبانی تسلیحاتی کرد، چه آمریکا باشه، چه رژیم باشه، چه مزدوران اونها باشن، اینا همه مجرمن، هر کدوم به حسبه، هر کدوم باید تعقیب بشن. ولی این جنایتکاران بین المللی هم در مجامع و محاکم بین المللی باید تعقیب بشن، هم در محاکم داخلی. معاونت محترم بین الملل ما، دادستان کل کشور ما و روسیاهی برای کسانی است که متاسفانه در این برهه هم حتی حاضر نشدن این جنایتکاران را و حامیان اونها را حداقلش با لسانم که شده اونها را محکوم بکنن. برای مردم هم توضیح داده بشه. قانون الزام میکنه، فرض کنید وقتی کیفر و یک افتضاح دیگری برای مجامع به اصطلاح بین المللی شد که امروز رئیس جمهور قدار آمریکا این چنان عریان میاد این جنایت ها را حمایت میکنه، پشتیبانی میکنه، تروریست ها را تجهیز میکنن، به اونا سلاح میدن، به اونها آموزش میدن، به اونا کمک مادی و معنوی میکنن، این گونه بیان مردم را سلاخی بکنن. آمیران، مسببین، شرکت کنندگان، مباشرین در قضیه، اینا بالاخره نسبت به این خسارت هایی که وارد کردن مسئول هستن، باید جبران بکنن، باید تعقیب بشن هم در محاکم داخلی که باز تأکید میکنم